and welcome to my channel. I'm the Angry Simmer, and today's video is a very quick video. It's just under 14 minutes long with the screenshots, and boy did I need that to be that way. It's a really quick speed build of a cute little house still in Brindleton Bay because I'm obsessed. This expansion pack has just been amazing. What I wanted to do here was just make a cat lady and a small house with just a room for only her cats. So I actually got the idea, a lovely gentleman that I worked with at CarMax, and his, I think, husband now might still be fiance. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I've seen them. But they really like birds, and they have this awesome suburban home with 3 bedrooms, and one of them they turned into an office, and the other one they turned into their bird room. And the amount of love that they had for their birds just made me think of an awesome kind of funky, cool, hipstery, but in her 30s, you know, that level, like she's an older hipster. I wanted to make a house for that person. So that's what we end up making here, and I love it. Once again, I'm using that CC wallpaper and subway tile floor that I've been obsessed with the last couple of builds. I built this, it was probably like the same day that I was building all of those with that same tile in the houses, and I'll probably continue to use that. I just need to figure out a way to like light colored flooring a little bit. Yeah, that's my struggle, because it needs a flooring that goes with it, but you know. But I really needed this to be a short build because it's actually 8:02 right now, the night before you guys would be watching this. And yeah, I did not have this, like I had it pre-edited the other day, which is a lifesaver. So we had a little bit of a miscommunication between my husband and my mother-in-law and I. So yesterday for me, 2 days ago for you guys, my mother-in-law and I went to Costco late at night, or not late at night, it was like 4 o'clock, but it was dark already. So we went there and passed my husband on the way, and he had asked, or he told his mom that she needed to come into the house. Oh, these are new CC windows. You can find this on the Sims resource. I think they're still within the first few pages. They're so cool. Love them. They go with a lot of other windows that I have already. And gosh, I can't think of the name of the creator, but the windows that look like this are from the same creator. So somebody did ask me on yesterday's video if I had a CC list for the video that I can't remember its name right now. I will be working on that. It's just things are a little crazy right now. So to continue on what I was saying about needing this to be a short build, as we were he told us that she needed to come in the house. He wanted to show her something. It ended up being just some funny like K-pop and J-pop videos, because you know we like to share those sort of demented things with my mother-in-law, because she thinks we're insane because we love them so much. But he asked her if she was coming over today, and she said yes. And he was meaning to help us clean our camper and get it ready, because we're going this weekend down to see my grandmother in Kentucky, and you know, we're taking our camper down so that we don't have to pay for a hotel and just staying in that. Ooh, that's a new CC wall I've got to figure out how to use. But today was his younger cousin's son's baptism. So they're Lutheran, and it's very important that the child is given godparents and has a ceremony. And they've been living in Washington State because his cousin's husband is in the military, and that's where they're stationed. And so they didn't get him baptized there when he was born because, you know, away from the family, it's kind of a big deal, and you're supposed to have the people who are going to be the godparents, and it happens to be my husband and his younger sister are the godparents of the boy. So we were going to that today at 2:30, and when he said that, he mentioned that to his mom, are you coming over? He mentioned to his mom and I that his cousin wanted to come over and see our house because they hadn't seen it. We bought it like long after they had moved, and so she wanted to come over and see it and show her sons our dogs, because we have two fluffy cute Malamutes, who you guys are all familiar with. If you're new to my channel, go check out my create a sim of my dogs, because they're adorable. Anyways, but so it ended up being that there was this huge miscommunication, and I got all this food and a cake, and his cousin had no idea that they had been invited over to our house for a lunch afterwards, but it still worked out where everybody came to our house. Everybody but one person, which is the father of my cousin's husband, because he had to go back to his store to work, because he owns a liquor store in the town we live in, and he was nice enough to let the other cousin of ours stay here, because she was working the shift that day or today. It's confusing. Anyways, so he let her stay here at our house and have lunch with us, and his wife came as well, but he had to go back and run the store. So that was really sweet of him. But so everybody but the grandfather, basically. And I mean, like, the great grandparents were here on both sides, like aunts, grandmas, cousins, people I don't know. A bunch of babies were running around the house, because this cousin has 3 little boys, and they are just the most amazingly well-behaved children I've ever seen in my entire life. They're incredible. These little boys are just the best ever. And I feel bad for saying that, because I love my niece and nephew, but they're just not as well behaved as these boys are. And every time I see the boys, I'm like, oh my gosh, why aren't my niece and nephews like you? But they're, they've been raised on military bases, so that's why they're used to structure and order and, following rules. But then also, the husband of the cousin, his little sister just passed away, and so their grandparents have her 3 young children, and they're all little, and they were running around here too, and just the cutest little things. And one of them's name is Selena, and I can't remember the youngest one's name. He's a little boy. He was playing peekaboo with me over the pew, and then Selena was like, "Who's she?" Because the last time I saw her, she was an infant. And I guess it's kind of because she's half Spanish, and I think she looked at me and thought that maybe I was as well, because we have the same skin tone and hair texture and things like that. So she was kind of looking at me like, "Are you my cousin? Like, what's going on?" But it's just been a crazy stressful day, because we weren't aware of it until like last night, and my house wasn't clean, and I was getting stuff ready for this camping trip, because we've got Thanksgiving on Thursday. We've got to leave Friday after my mom gets off work to go down to Kentucky, and I'm trying to get everything together, because not only are my parents and myself and my husband going, but also his parents and his little sisters and one of my little sisters, and we're meeting my grandmother at this restaurant, and there's just so much to coordinate. And like, this restaurant, it's called Patty's 1880s Settlement, and it's great. It's a wonderful place to go, and I might vlog about it a little bit. But because it's, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, the only reservation that they had available was 8:30 at night for 10 people. So, we're going to be eating pretty late, and that's even, like, we still have to be at tables near each other. So, but we had to get all that stuff ready, and I've been running around like a crazy person trying to get stuff ready today. I was like, oh my God, I've got to do a video, and then I've got to get videos ready for next week too, because I won't be here to do them this weekend. So hopefully the night of Thanksgiving, there'll kind of be like a lull, because I'm sure my husband will have a turkey coma. I don't really like turkey, so that won't be a problem for me. But, hopefully I'll be able to smash out some videos for you guys, because holy crap, it's been a busy day, and like, I didn't get to eat any of the food that I bought at all. I think I had a piece of cake, actually, but I cleaned the house, and then my mother-in-law texted me at probably 8:30 this morning and asked if she could come over at 9 and bake pies in my oven, because my sister-in-law, who's 16, she volunteered to donate 3 pies to something that they were doing at school, but she forgot to make them. So my mother-in-law had to make them and get them to her by 5 o'clock today. And we had a fiasco with that. One of them, she forgot and left it in the oven, because the baptism was at 2 o'clock today. And so she left this pumpkin pie in my oven while we were gone. and it could have burnt down my house very well, but luckily we're pretty close to the church, so we would have at least noticed. We actually walked over the church through our neighbor's yard because we're that close. Anyways, so she left the pie in and burnt it, and it's still, like, I still have to, once I get done with this and export it and upload it for tomorrow, I have to go and clean my kitchen. And you know what, his cousins and his mom were so nice and like tried to help clean up, and they filled up the dishwasher and things like that, but there's still, you know, after they cleaned up, there was still so much left over because there was just a ton of kids in the house, and they had you know, they kept getting new drinks because everybody would get them a new cup instead of finding their cup. And it was my fault because I didn't, you know, get a Sharpie out or anything like that to label cups because I was a little frazzled. But we are actually getting pretty close to the end of this video right now, and you know what, I really enjoyed this. This was fun making this one. I like the CC bed. I wish I knew the name of the creator offhand because I just got it. I don't know. Actually, that's a lie. I've had it for a little while, but I haven't used it until very recently because I actually, you know, found where I downloaded the sheet that goes over it. And I thought when I downloaded it that it was one solid piece, that it just looked like that. And now I know where to find the sheet, and it makes it look really cool and hipster. And that was kind of the idea of this, was like, she's a cat lady, but she's also kind of cool. Like, she chooses to live the single life and be on her own with her cats because she's just too busy, you know. Life's busy. She's successful. She's a successful businesswoman or something like that. You know, she's career focused. She's goal oriented. Because, I mean, other than having your parents leave you something like this or buy it for you, someone, you know, a young adult isn't going to be able to afford this kind of like house on her own without being a hustler, you know. So I like this person. I think she's cool. I think she has got her priorities straight. She likes her house. She likes her ability to be by herself, but she also likes a good cuddle with a kitten. So I did start out, I was trying to make her a little bit more kooky, and as I went, she was just more cool. She got cooler and cooler as I went along. So less crazy cat lady and more nifty hipster that likes cats. So and hipster is not a bad word in this on this video. Okay, hipsters are cool. Let them be hipsters. All right. Put the two little cat ferns there. So cute. I like this one. You know, it's simple and there's not a lot of architecture. Like, I really liked the dream home in Brindleton Bay that I made. I thought the architecture on that was incredible, if I don't say so myself, or I don't mind saying so myself. But this one, it was kind of cool. So, you know, funky, simple. I think maybe she bought it and remodeled it. Like, this was maybe like in real world terms, it'd be like a $20,000 repo house, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it some love and I'm gonna make it cool. But here are the screenshots. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. Oh, there are her cats, and hang out with me and this lady's cat some more. Thanks guys, have a good weekend.